Whole grain crackers are a solid choice when it comes to snacking. They offer more fiber, B vitamins, and minerals than their refined counterparts. Their complex carbohydrates digest more slowly, helping to stabilize blood sugar levels and keep you feeling fuller longer. Plus, they've got that satisfying crunch that makes them an easy go-to for everything from office snacks to party platters. When paired with a bit of cheese, it feels like a reasonably balanced mini meal. The grains provide energy, the cheese adds protein and calcium, and the two together feel like a step up from chips and dip. Cheese itself, in moderation, has a lot going for it nutritionally. It's a rich source of calcium, which is crucial for bone health, and it offers a decent amount of protein and fat, making it more satiating than many carb-heavy snacks. Some cheeses, especially aged or fermented varieties, even contain probiotics that may support gut health. Sure, cheese is calorie-dense, and some types are high in saturated fat and sodium. But when you stick to modest portions of real cheese, especially the less processed kinds, it can absolutely be part of a healthy diet. But then comes a cheese dip. Oh boy, that's where things take a hard left turn from wholesome to heavily processed indulgence. Most commercial cheese dips are a far cry from real cheese. They're typically loaded with artificial colors, stabilizers, emulsifiers, sodium, and highly refined oils to give them that unnaturally smooth, shelf-stable consistency. The actual cheese content? Often minimal. What you're mostly scooping up is a blend of industrial fats, artificial flavorings, and a whole lot of sodium. It may taste like cheese, but nutritionally, it's more like a science experiment gone gooey. Add that to your otherwise decent combo of whole grain crackers and cheese, and suddenly the snack that could have passed as balance becomes a high-calorie, fat-heavy, salt-packed indulgence. One generous serving of cheese dip can easily pack over 200 calories and 10 grams of fat, most of it the saturated kind, without doing much to satisfy your hunger. That's not even counting the crackers you're using to scoop it up, which can disappear faster than you realize if you're snacking distractedly. Before you know it, you've consumed the equivalent of a fast food meal, but without the sense of fullness that usually comes from eating actual food. Even worse, cheese dips often come paired with marketing that makes them seem like a reasonable snack. Think, made with real cheese, or no artificial preservatives. But that doesn't mean they're healthy. Made with is not the same as made of. You're still getting all the downsides of processed cheese products, including additives that may not sit well with everyone's digestive system. Not to mention the sodium levels, which can be astronomical. A small bowl of cheese dip might contain more than half your daily recommended sodium intake, especially if you're also snacking on salty crackers. And let's be real, cheese dip is easy to overeat. It's warm, melty, and addictive. That smooth texture and umami-heavy taste hits all the pleasure buttons in your brain. You're not just eating because you're hungry. You're eating because it's tasty, and before long, you've got a calorie overload with very little nutritional payoff. What could have been a smart snack turns into a mindless munch fest. If you're not ready to give up on cheese dips entirely, and who could blame you? There are better ways to go about it. You can make a homemade version using real, full-fat cheese, Greek yogurt, or even pureed white beans as a creamy base. This allows you to skip the mystery ingredients and tailor the fat and sodium content. You could also pair your dip with veggie sticks instead of crackers to lighten things up and sneak in more nutrients. Even better, replace the dip with a few slices of real cheese, preferably a sharp cheddar or Parmesan, so you get more flavor with less volume. At the end of the day, whole grain crackers and cheese can still be a great snack, especially when you stick to quality ingredients and reasonable portions. But once you slather on that processed cheese dip, you're veering away from a smart, balanced snack and into the territory of empty calories, excess sodium, and questionable fats. It's not the end of the world if you indulge now and then, but let's not kid ourselves. That molten, neon-hued dip may look like cheese, but nutritionally, it's masquerading as one. Choose wisely, and your heart, waistline, and taste buds will thank you.